So thank you, my friend, for taking our time to watch the video on our YouTube channel. You will appreciate you, and you're a great person. Thank you so much. So on today's video, we're going to be looking at why Bitcoin price crashed earlier on in the year, around April, May, precisely April, May of 2021. And a lot of people lost a lot of money. So we're going to be looking at why did the crash happen. Now, before me is a BTC chart, daily chart, and I'm going to explain from the basics market structure. If you have watched other videos on the channel, you can easily check them. I'm sure they'll be flashing somewhere in this video, probably at the top, that explains market structure, how it works and all of that. I'll be going through that briefly in this video and showing you how it affected the Bitcoin price and how it crashed. Now, number one, I want you to know that the market will do what it wants to do. Yours is to take advantage of the trend, follow the trend, and when it's no longer trending, come out of the market. It's that simple. Now, Bitcoin price had been rising. If you look at from around here, October 30th, that's what we're seeing. Like I said, this is a chart of daily time frame on Bitcoin. You can see around October 30th, the price has been rising, and it kept rising up till it hit a high on April 13th, 2021. It hit a high price of 64,896. So now, basically, what is market structure? Market structure, there are three types of markets. There's a rising market, there's a declining market, the selling market, that's the bearish market. The rising market is also known as the bullish market. Then you have the sideways market. Now, the best kind of markets to trade are the ones that are trending, which is the rising or the falling market. You want to follow that trend. When it's sideways, you want to stay out of the market. So now, when the market is rising, it's making higher highs and higher lows. That's what it's doing. While when it's falling, it's making lower lows and lower highs. Now, as you can see, Bitcoin price, like I said, had been rising for quite some time. So just looking from October, we can see that I've been going up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, let me just use the label here to just quickly make some labels on it, so you see what I mean by higher highs and higher lows. So we're going to put a low here. Let's change it to red so that it's very obvious all the places I want to make the markings. So let me put another one here. Now, when the market is going up, it goes high, low, high, or let me not say high, low, let me say high. It pulls back, it makes what you call a correction, a retracement, beats the previous high, which is a higher high, then retraces again, but not as low as the previous low, then starts going up again, makes a new high, retraces again, but the low this time is not as low as the previous, so it's also a higher low, then breaks the previous high again, retraces again, makes a low, but the low is also higher than the previous low, then makes a high again, higher than the previous high, retraces, but the low is higher than the previous low, makes another high, a high again, higher than the previous high, then makes a low. Hey, guess what? This low is lower than this low. This is where the magic is. So this is what we call a break of market structure. Normally, if you notice what has been happening, the lows have always been higher, but this low at this point became lower than the previous low. And that was where I told my students that, hey, the market has made a low that is lower than the previous low, meaning that it is no more a buying market, it's no more an upward market. Before, you have to come out of the market right now until you see a clear new trend in the market. What do I mean by a clear new trend? Usually for a market to be in a trend, at least you should see two of these. That's a high, low, and sometimes some people even wait as much as three to be very sure. That is high, low, high, low, high. When it pulls back, then they are ready to buy and follow the market. So this is a typical example of what happens. So as at this point, I already told my students that, hey, get out of the market until we see a new trend, either going down or going up again, clear new trend going up. For now, you should be out of the market. So this was the point. That day was actually April 23rd. I told my students on that day, April 23rd, 2021, get out of the Bitcoin market to further notice until you see a clear trend, either upwards or downwards. Now, of course, after that day, it fell 1-2 more days and started going up. And this was the trap. A lot of people kept entering back into the market and buying, hoping that their maybe previous losses from the decline will be covered up back. And it didn't do that. And that's how, when the market wants to change trend, that's how sometimes it sets traps. Not really set trap. If you don't understand it, you make a mistake and you lose money in the market. So at the end of the day, it declined sharply. So as at this point right now, we can see that we are already we entered into, looking at after a period of time, you can see, looking at this high, which was the highest high it reached, you can see that we now have something like down, up, down, up, down, which is a sign of a declining market, a market that is going down. Now, guess what? This was a trend downward, but as at the moment, it went sideways for a while. This zone was like a correction. But if we are right, you can see that this low here did not break this low. Just like what happened around here. This low didn't break this low. Instead, it's reversed back and went up, and so at the current moment, it seems to have broken this the pullback it had before it actually made that low. So, if we are to relabel this chart, but as at this point here, when it went up, remember it made a low and it had already made a high, but this sideways did not break the new low before going back up, and yet it went back up and had broken the previous high. So this is the same point, just like April 23rd, where, just like I told my students previously, maybe when the market declined, people started selling. If your buyers had been sell, for a while after the decline, maybe around here you kept selling and all of that. At this point now, where it has now gone higher than this, which actually happened on 30th of July, the 30th of July, it broke that high. So at this point, this is the point where you come out of the market. Now, until you see a new clear trend again in a new direction, the idea won't be to start selling. Instead, the idea right now is to wait until you see a clear direction that, okay, it has changed direction, it's going back up, or it continues down, but you see a clear direction, just as you can see here. This downward. The trend was downward. But as it broke here, let's say you were still selling, from this point, you take your losses and you come out of the market. You get that? That is how it's done. That is exactly how it's done. So I hope this video has been of value to you, and if it has, please share it with others. You need to understand the chart part of these things so that you don't lose money. You can follow the trend and you can take advantage. Yes, with the break of the downward trend, there's a good chance that the price of Bitcoin may start buying again, you know, but not until you have a clear bullish pattern. Do not follow the buy, you know, because when you follow it, when it's trending in that direction, then you have the best chance. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Share the video, like it, with like and comment, or any questions or any kind of other video you like me to make. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Thanks for watching.